let's finish them. We got them right where we want them. Let's not be happy because we scored 10 points in the first half. Let's go score 17 more, or however many it takes. Let's go finish them and bury them. That was my message.
Was it spur of the moment, or were you kind of planning on saying something, or how?
I mean, you never know how the game's gonna go. So I mean, we could have been down 20 for all I knew at halftime, but saw the opportunity, saw the moment, and I saw guys, not getting complacent, but didn't want that to happen. Didn't want that to be an issue of guys getting complacent on that. We had a pretty good first half, and I wanted to, play a complete game, 4-quarter game. I think we did that tonight.
What's got you?
Jesus Christ, man. That's the easy answer, man. Obviously 2 weeks ago I only had 1 sack on the season, and I'm frustrated. Obviously still playing well, but guys on the edge, they want sacks. So took a deep dive and looking in the mirror. I'm like, God, when's it gonna happen? Like, I'm only got 3 more games here, and he's just showing me how faithful and how good he is, and that's the only thing I can tell you, man.
These last few weeks, last few weeks defensively, things really seem like they've come together. What, if you had to sum up, what is it? Is it just more pressure? If you had to sum up what's going on that's really kind of elevated this defense, even last week?
Yeah, I think we've just done a great job of playing together. Execution has been, I think, one of our, when you look back at some of the plays we didn't make, a lot of it has to do with execution. I think when we played well, even this whole entire season, but especially the last couple of weeks, execution has been at an all-time high. I think today we executed really well. Still some things, we could have done better or whatever, but I think we did a great job executing all 3 phases today.
Did you get a chance to reconnect with some of your former teammates on the other side?
They kind of bombarded the whole field, so I didn't get a chance to say anything to anybody.
I'd say, what did you see on film against Illinois' offensive line that allowed you guys to think that you guys could create the pressure that you did?
Obviously, I think the guy had been sacked 25 times this season already, so that was a big thing. We knew. I think, myself, Mason, Suggs, Cheeks. I think we got some of the better rushers in the conference, and I think we just wanted to take our chances. And I think when we get in our rabbits package on 3rd down, we flustered them and we were able to get after them.
What is it really easy for this thing to fall apart? What they're going through in October? Why did they stay together and get better this time around versus last season?
I think the easy answer is leadership. I think guys like myself, Ricardo, Riley, who's last year, there's been Barton, the list can go on and on, but I think we do a great job of being the same every day. No matter if we lost 37-0 or we win today, we'll be the same tomorrow that we've always been. I think young guys have seen that, and that's been big for us, having a lot of true freshmen playing. They see us come in to work every day, and it's wore off on them. I think we're doing a great job now of just keeping things fresh. The guys have bought in, I think, more than anything, and not that they weren't before, but I think we're all bought in right now, and we know that when we play complementary football and all play together, we're tough to beat.
It's the final game here, but it's not the final game.
Yeah.
What does it actually mean?
Everything. Obviously, 5-year Wisconsin Badger, a Wisconsin Badger for life. I want nothing more than to bring that Axe back here for my final game. Obviously, this game was fun. It was a great time, worse than the fin, all that, but that means way more to me than this game.
If this thing turns around, like we think it's going to turn around, you're not going to be here to experience that. But do you think this last month maybe we kind of the starting point?
Yeah,
in some ways,
for sure. I mean, if you ask me about the season, I don't think we were a bad team. I think we got a lot of bad things happen to us. Quarterback thing, we're losing guys left and right, turning the ball over like crazy. Things weren't going in our favor. But I think when we play good, don't turn the ball over, play complimentary football, you see what happens with not 2 out of the last 3 weeks. So I think that's kind of something he's going to continue to preach, and we're going to get some more new players, whatever they got to do to get them in here. They're going to get in here, and they're going to be a good team.
These last couple games, especially today, just looking at the body language of guys, it just seemed like swagger's back a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess I'm wondering as a player, is there value to that, and do you even see that?
Yeah, I mean, from the jump, fall camp, spring ball, and stuff, especially on the defensive side of the ball, we've emphasized celebration. So, I mean, you talk about swag. I think anytime we can celebrate, we're going to celebrate. There's been a lot more to celebrate, these last few weeks. So I think being able to do that and show that, it's been fun for us. And when we're having fun, I think, when you're having fun playing football, man, there's nothing like it. So being able to have fun and go out there and celebrate with the guys and be together and, have atmosphere like we had tonight, man, it's you got to have some swag.
And seeing as the way the season's gone, does this kind of show you the value of trusting the process a little bit? I mean, it's not done yet, but
yeah, for sure. I mean, Coach Fickle talks about all the time. I mean, these are life lessons that we're learning. Everything's not going to go your way. Wins and losses are part of this game. So being able to fight through and be resilient through it, I think it's something that we'll take with us for the rest of our lives.
You've seen seniors walk out of here with a loss. Does that kind of thing stick with you going into your senior year?
Yeah, I'll never forget this day. My last game here, going out the way we did, storming the field. I mean, that's something I'll never forget.
I mean, like watching the seniors from last year come out of here with a loss, from
Yeah.
the last game. Is that something that sticks with you going into this game, just not wanting to do it?
No, yeah, I guess. I didn't want to lose this game today. So, we were in the locker room praying like, Lord, just help us win for the seniors, all this stuff. But yeah, I definitely wanted to go out with a win. I didn't even care if I had a performance like I had today. I really just wanted to win the game and go out on top today like we did. So that was awesome.
When you said what you did at halftime, what was the reaction?
Yeah, that's what guys said. And Coach Phillips said, "You heard him. Let's get out of here." And that was it. So that was awesome.
And so I see you almost came up with an interception.
Oh, I wish I would have got that one.
I was say but you saw a lot of batted balls. You saw a lot of tip passes.
Yeah.
What did you guys do to try to obviously influence that and almost come away with some of those turnovers?
Matching hands is something that we talk about every single day. Matching hands, violent hands causes fumbles, sack the ball, things we talk about in our defensive meeting rooms all the time. So matching hands, Luke Altmaier throws a low ball, so every time he threw it, I was just trying to get my hands up and was able to come up with a couple today.
You talk about the leadership and kind of the influence, but what did you guys do as a group to make sure that the pitfalls of last season didn't carry over into this one? And you guys had some tough moments, but 2 wins. A lot of people probably didn't expect this month so far, and you got a chance next week.
Yeah, I think I just go to show the type of guys that we have here. Resilient guys. You can bring a guy like Mason Reiger, a lot different than the guys we've had in the past. And just he's crazy. He's going to put his best foot forward. And I think when you got guys that are new, that wears off on other new guys who also want to be looked at like Mason is and things of that sort. And not even just Mason, everybody like Lance Mason guys who are just continue to make plays who are new. I think our culture here. I think more than anything has been what's the difference. Now that this late in the season, last year we would have folded. Just being honest with you, we lose games like this last year. So being able to come out today and just play how we played, and people that have swag and be able to have fun playing against football, I think it goes to show the culture that we have and like that not give up, pound the rock mentality that Coach Silver talks about all the time. When you pound the rock, this is the type of things that happen. It kind of delayed gratification kind of thing. Not always when you want it, but this is I think a little bit of the fruits of our labor has been amazing.
Especially with how the fans were kind of saying a month ago, what's it like to kind of have these last 2 home games?
Yeah.
Obviously a much different, much happier reaction.
Yeah. What are you asking?
Kind of what's that like for you guys as players?
I don't really too much into it. Obviously, if we're losing, they're gonna talk crap about us. When we're winning, they're gonna love us. So you just take this stuff with a grain of salt. But obviously, it feels amazing, when they're loving us. But you just gotta keep that in the back of our minds and just continue to just prepare the same way and go out there next week and just give it our all.
I'll say with Matt Mitchell, your position coach, just obviously the production we've seen from you, from Mason, and from Sebastian and others, just like with the position you're with, how has he helped develop you, and like how has he been as a coach? Guiding you through things?
I think more than anything, me being with him 3 years, he knows what I'm good at. And when I'm getting off track and not doing things that I'm good at, he's kind of like, all right, you don't do these things well, let's get back to what you do well. And that's kind of what we talked about during the bye week. This last bye week, kind of the last break of 4 games or whatever you want to call it. I was still playing well, but doing something, could have had more opportunity to make some more plays. He kind of was like, man, these last 4 games of your career, let's be the best we can be at what you do well. And I think he's taught me a lot of those things, and I think that's been the difference. And I think just playing within myself and playing within the defense and the scheme, I think has been great for not only me, but myself, Mason. Him and Coach Willow done a great job of putting our best players in the position to be successful. I think that's what they're great at. They've done that with us all season.
What were a couple of points that he mentioned to you?
Just being more physical. If you watch those middle 4 games, I was kind of spinning a little bit. I was falling in love with the spin move, but power has been my game. They didn't put me up to 260 for no reason. So definitely just wanted to be more physical. And I think see that 3rd sack today, being able to go power. I probably would have spin moved a few weeks ago. Probably not got that. So shout out to Coach Mitch for sure.
Is how much next week means for not just you guys individually, but the program and everything like that. How big is it to come off a win going into that week of prep, and how important it is versus what you've experienced in the past where you come off a loss?
Yeah, amazing, especially given the fact that they lost today. They lost today, so they're probably going to be amped up as well. So it'll be a great atmosphere there. And I know have they won 6 games yet? They won 6 games, so I mean they're probably going to keep playing, but we're not. So we got all the more reason to go and punch them in the mouth and kick them while they're down.